Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so it seems like for some reason in the Play Store over on Android, there's been a bit of an accidental update. I guess we would call it a leak at this point, right? But we can see something that we essentially all knew going into the anniversary, and essentially the stuff that's going to be coming out after the anniversary. But the Play Store is apparently showing an update. I've checked it on mine, looking on like just the English version here. I can't see it on mine, so I don't know if it was already removed or changed, and obviously people just managed to grab some screenshots of it or something. But the Play Store has basically leaked that the Dokkan Fest physical Topo is going to be the next big release on Global. This is something we of course all expected based on the timeline of what's left to come out for Global. JP should be getting their next Dokkan Fest announced probably tomorrow, since we didn't get the announcement today. And then that will be the only Dokkan Fest essentially that we're missing, other than Topo. So Topo next for Global, once the anniversary has wrapped up, of course. If we take a look at the Topo over here on the wiki, we can see he is the special pose or tournament participants lead, 3 key 170, additional HP 30% for HP attack and defense, 30% for defenders of justice, space traveling warriors, or final trump card. So this unit, we talked about him a lot when the Ginyu Force was coming out on Global. The Ginyu Force obviously released after Topo on JP and are a really good unit for his team. The special pose team on Global, even with the release of Ginyu, just isn't really a fully functioning team. But once Topo comes out, he can be very good. Obviously with the tournament participants lead and then defenders of justice, he has units like the new upcoming Jiren from the part 2 Tanabata and stuff like that. So Topo's team can certainly be interesting, but you have to remember that for Global, he releases in this awkward time period now where the anniversary wraps up and comes to an end, and obviously a lot of people are probably going to be all tapped out when it comes to stones, and then the worldwide celebration starts not long after that. So I mean, Topo, we'll do more videos talking about him in detail. Obviously, before the banner comes out, we'll do a proper in-depth, like, summon or skip video about his banner and everything. But unfortunately, he feels like one of those units that is going to be fairly easy to skip. Now, the interesting thing is, if we take a look at the timeline for Global, we can see here that the anniversary, if we go by last year, the final parts of the anniversary came out on the 2nd of August with the EZAs for the 5th year LRs. This is the point where for the 9th anniversary, Bootanks and Vegito got their EZAs, which obviously needs to be replaced by something else for Global because we got those early. So we still don't know what that's going to be. So that'll be interesting to look forward to. Then the final bit of content for the anniversary was the 7th of August. That's when the anniversary event came out. We should get hopefully something around that time or sooner to get the equipments for Broly and Gogeta, Broly and Beast. And then Kale came out on the 11th of August. So this is the thing, that Topo thing appearing randomly in the news now is very, very early, because we wouldn't expect to see the next Dokkan Fest on Global for around like 2 weeks. Like if it was the 11th again, which is unlikely because that's a Sunday, but that's literally 2 weeks from today. So that thing appearing in the Play Store obviously is like an error. It shouldn't be there now, especially because I think I saw a different screenshot of the English translation version, and it says like the Dokkan Fest on now, which obviously it isn't, right? Because we're still in the middle of the anniversary. But around this time, like after the first week of August, is when we would expect Topo to actually come out. Now, the thing is, and we've been talking about this for a while, we're obviously leading up to the sync. We should still be getting some more information, they said, before the end of the anniversary. But if we go over and take a look at when Topo released on JP, he was the April Dokkan Fest. We got Topo and his side banner unit, the Catapesla guy, or whatever it is. I always forget how you say his name. We got him, and obviously we got the April Fool's Day celebration stuff at the same time. So, of course, Global's already had that. And then Topo's celebration had the Int Gotenks EZA, which we already have on Global. The Showdown with Frieza Namek Saga story revamp, which we already have on Global. Then we had some sub-EZAs, so we still need to get those. AGL Gotenks, Int Topo, and the Pride Troopers, Physical Ribrienne, and Physical Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman. But then we also got new quests. I'm sure Global will still get new quests because we're still behind JP. The Legendary Freezer event, which, yep, Global already has. And then LR Ginyu Force, which Global already has. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Easy A. I forget which burst mode this was, but yep, Global already has those. And then we moved into Golden Week. So Topo's celebration is going to be the first celebration after the anniversary. But when we take a look at his entire celebration, the only content that's left that hasn't released on Global is literally the banner. So obviously his Dokkan event, so you can get his medals, and the sub Easy A's. And that's it. Now, of course, if we go back to the timeline to look at Global and go to August, where are we looking here? No, we're in August. We want to go to, yeah, so 11th is when the Dokkan Fest came out. And then you can see we get down to here, and by the 25th, that's when the worldwide starts. So we pretty much only get like 2 weeks, and this celebration doesn't have a part 2 LR. So, I mean, I guess it does make sense for Topo to fit in here because his part 2 LR would have been the Ginyu Force that Global already has. But that means that this is potentially going to be a 2-week celebration, and the only thing it has is Topo and then the sub Easy A's. I mean, to be fair, you can see this celebration is already very scarce as it is anyway, this beginning of August celebration. Because for last year, we got Kale, we got a Battlefield update, an Easy A, which I guess you could say this would be where the sub Easy A's would be. And then we got a Prime Battle Easy A. But then that was it. So, I mean, this time period is always very, very slow for Global as it is anyway. But yeah, the Topo celebration is almost completely stripped of content. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like maybe Cell Max getting put in here as well. But again, that's something about, you know, we've talked about whether Cell Max will be the surprise thing that comes out at the end of the anniversary. Cell Max coming out here means that we would basically get Topo's banner. Then like a week later, we would get another banner, right? And get the Cell Max banner. And then a week later, it would be the worldwide celebration. So this is the problem that Global has when it comes to the sync and just kind of pushing up any of this content that we don't have yet. Is it's all well and good when it's Easy A's and stages and events, because not only is it more content to do, but it's more stones. But then the problem comes from if they're trying to push up a bunch of content and it's banners, it means more banners to summon on, which means more stones that you have to use. So the Topo celebration, I don't know what they're going to plan to do, but worst case scenario, like this is going to be just an absolutely dead 2 weeks in the game, because it's going to be the Topo banner that I think a lot of people are probably just going to skip. Then we're going to have the sub Easy A's, which, I mean, if you pull Topo, obviously the Int Topo is really good on his team. Ribrienne's Easy A is actually really good, and good with the Tech LR Ribrien trio. I mean, the Gotenks is okay, but outside of things like Super Battle Road, you're probably not going to use them all that much. And then the Gohan is okay at best, mid to bad at worst, and then that's it. I mean, a quest mode update would be nice, get a couple of extra stages. Maybe we could actually catch up to the point where we get the AGL base Bardock, but I think we're still one set of quest modes behind that anyway. So unfortunately, Topo being confirmed as the next Dokkan Fest doesn't really give us any news that we didn't know. The big question is going to be, what are they actually going to release during that celebration to make it worthwhile? And I guess maybe when we do get this final update about the sync during the anniversary that they've talked about, maybe they'll give some information then about what's going to be going on in the next month or so. But other than that, yeah, I'm really not sure. So let me know what you guys think down below. What are they going to do for Topo's celebration? Will we see Cell Max, or do you think he's coming for the end of the anniversary? Let me know all your thoughts. If you are someone who is interested in summoning for Topo, do let me know down below. I know I've seen a few people in the lead up to before the anniversary saying that they were hyped for him, but of course I know a lot of people, depending how your summon luck has gone for Beast, are pretty tapped out now for stones. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out all the links, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.